King Solomon of ancient Israel and his mysterious alien objects of advanced technology. Now we know that King Solomon heard the voice of God many times. He was King David's son, and it was he that was to have the mission of constructing the first temple of Jerusalem, where the Ark of the Covenant was to be housed. But he also had flying carpets. He had ways of transporting himself with mystical, mysterious technology. And also the very fascinating detail of his throne that had flanks. The stairs were flanked with lions. And as he would go up the stairs of his to the throne, the lions would turn their heads looking at him. And this is a depiction, for example. This is supposed to be the Queen of Sheba, who came all the way from the depths of Africa in order, they say from Ethiopia, to meet him and supposedly fell in love with him. She wanted to see his wisdom, to come to know his wisdom. But he had animated lions. They were robotic, in other words, as was that time. Various areas had animated statues as well. We know this from ancient Rhodes in ancient Greece, the time of the Antikythera device. Very strange things going on. Let's take a look, though, concerning flying objects that he may have had knowledge of. What were these mysterious flying objects and flying carpets? Kindly support my Patreon account, since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Now I'm translating from a Greek article for you, the mysterious alien objects that King Solomon possessed. Around 1000 BC, King Solomon, the third king of Israel, the first was Saul, the second was David, and Solomon was the third, David's son. He was the third king of Israel, and he was the most powerful man of his day, supposedly full of wisdom. He's described in the Holy Bible and in legends as a character of incredible abilities. In fact, according to the same traditions, inside the building that bears his name as the Temple of Solomon, were also kept mysterious objects with strange properties that could be considered as products of a higher technology for his time anyway, or even as of extraterrestrial origin. Solomon, son of David and Bathsheba, third king of Israel, ascended the throne of Israel in 972 BC, and he reigned for 40 years. At one point, he built the famous temple in Jerusalem, in which several sacred objects of worship of the Israelites were placed. The so-called Tabernacle, according to the Old Testament, was a very special portable sanctuary, the Ark of the Covenant, that is, essentially a tent of the Israelites with strange, unnatural properties, built by God's command to Moses when he received all the detailed construction of the instruction, how to build a tent that would house the Ark of the Covenant. The tent was considered to be the abode of God, but also the meeting place of God with the children of Israel. One of the mysterious features of the tabernacle was that every time Moses entered the tent, a cloud like a curtain covered the entrance. In this way, God revealed his presence in order to speak to Moses. Because, therefore, the interior of the tent testified to the appearance of God, it was named Tent of Martyrdom. That is, a tent of witness. That is, tent of testimony, the presence of God. When the pillar of cloud disappeared from the entrance of the tent of testimony, it meant that the conversation between God and Moses was over. It was ended. The Israelites constantly carried the tent to where they were going, but stopped doing so when they conquered the land of Canaan. David was the one who planned to build a permanent building, a temple, in order to replace the tent. However, the one who oversaw the building was his son Solomon. With the same symbolism of the objects of the tent of testimony, the same basic ritual furniture, and almost the same utensils and objects that were in it, a much larger building was built by Solomon, always maintaining the sacred proportions according to the original instructions. In addition to the tent, some other mysterious objects were placed inside the Temple of Solomon. The Ark of the Covenant was the most sacred object of the Israelites. It contained the Ten Commandments on 2 stone tablets. It also contained the budding rod of Aaron, and it contained a jar of manna. But only the outside was visible. It was built by Moses according to the specifications given to him by God. Initially, it was kept in the tent of the Tabernacle and indicated that God was among the people of Israel and communicated with them when needed. During its transport, the Ark of the Covenant was always covered with sealskin and a blue cloth. The gaze was always hidden very carefully, that people couldn't look at it, which should not have been accidental, since when 70 of the members of the tribe happened to look on the ark, they lost their lives. It was said to be a punishment from God. In the battles fought, the Ark of the Covenant preceded the people as a divine shield of protection. And according to Jewish tradition, it burned thorny bushes and other obstacles it encountered along the way, while sparks emanated from the 2 opposite cherubs on its lid could kill snakes, scorpions, and other dangerous animals. So that's what we know concerning what was happening here. But we also know that concerning the flying carpets, let's go into this a little bit. This is from Nazmiel Connection, the flying carpet. Is it a legend or fact? Now, a device used in folklore to permit the protagonist or antagonist to achieve their mysterious devices as fast as possible, the legendary flying carpet is an integral part of stories in the Eastern world, appeared in ancient Jewish texts, the Arabian 1001 Nights, and most recently the Disney Aladdin, as we know. Now, known manuscripts of the Arabian 1001 Nights date back as far as the 9th century. The collection of Arabian folklore is told mainly by the Queen Scheherazade and other characters of her court. Magic textile introduced in the tale of the Indian prince named Hussein, who traveled to the area then known as Biznagar. Now, other stories say it was God who bestowed Solomon with a magic carpet. The carpet flew swiftly, bringing Solomon from Damascus to Media, Persia, that is, in just a few hours. The iconic carpet was extremely large, with room for up to 40,000 men. Obviously, it could not be a carpet. It must have been some kind of a craft. Then one day, God became irritated by Solomon's pridefulness. God shook the carpet in the wind, sending all 40,000 men into the air and presumably to their deaths. Now, in nearly all the legends and folklore, the magic carpet is used to portray the power of the carpet's master. Solomon was one of the most powerful, most legendary Jewish kings. With the carpet, he was able to travel vast distances as well as transport armies. It seems to be a metaphor for his power and reach, though it also shows that the man is just that, a man. He's not infallible in the forces of nature or the divine. So that's concerning what they believed, some tales concerning Solomon and his flying carpet. But we also know that he built the temple of Jerusalem, which housed the first temple, which housed the Ark of the Covenant. Thank you for your support, and please leave your comments. Thank you.